Hello, this is Big Man Bot. I just love Smash Brothers. It's so good. The first game was a very good first attempt and a low-budgeted game, and I enjoyed it. And there are a whole bunch of other games in the series after that, such as Melee, the one that everyone loves, and I didn't get to play at first. But I eventually did. And it's kind of overrated, but I still liked it. My 12-year-old self was still impressed. And Brawl came out, and I played Brawl first, even though I might have played the first one before it, but I don't know. All I care is that I've spent so many hours on this game, around 846, that's a beep ton. And that was fun, and I was so hyped for the new Super Smash Bros. Game, because I was way too young to be in Brawl's hype, but come on! It's Super Smash Bros! How could you not like Super Smash Bros? Now I'm just gonna talk about my opinions on the 3DS version before I go into the Wii U version. So get the beep out of here, you three! Basically, I was super hyped for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. The game was just gonna be so amazing. My expectations may have been a little bit unrealistic, but I was super excited for both these games. Mainly the Wii U version, but I'm talking about the 3DS version first. Anyway, the 3DS version was released back on October 3rd, 2014, except if you lived in Japan, where you got it on September 13th, 2014, October 2nd if you lived in Germany, and October 4th if you lived in Australia and New Zealand. Anyway, this game was kind of disappointing for me. While the fighting was absolutely incredible, the character roster was very interesting, and most of the characters were fun to play as, I still thought that the game was a bit lacking, mainly in content. I mean, Brawl just had so much beeping content, and they took so much away for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. Now, I know that the 3DS has limitations and all, but Sakurai might have taken those limitations a bit too seriously. Why? Because of the exclusion of the beeping Ice Climbers. Seriously, the Ice Climbers were removed because the 3DS wasn't powerful enough to handle it. I mean, I'm gonna see if the 3DS really wasn't powerful enough to handle it. Look at this, 4 Rosalina and Lumas, 1 assist trophy. Game is running just fine, and all that beep. No problems, no issues, everything's okay. 9 characters on screen, not counting the ghosts. This is working perfectly. There's like 13 characters on the screen, working perfectly. The end. So yeah, I'm a little upset that the Ice Climbers didn't get invited to this Smash tournament. But this game is still fun, even if it's lacking in content. But not to worry, because the Wii U version was going to come out soon. Now, at first, I was kind of a tiny bit skeptical because the 3DS version lacked content, so I thought the Wii U version might have. But then, the October 2014 Nintendo Direct came. I got hyped again. The expectations skyrocketed again, and I was excited as big. Yeah, that's a nice feeling. And this game is finally out. I can't believe I'm actually holding this game. It's finally out, and it's in my hands. But the question that we're all thinking, and we haven't played the game, which might be a lot of us, considering that not that many people own a Wii U, is this game any good? Well, it's time to find out. You're going to be in there a while, so enjoy your time in there. Unlike Brawl and just like Melee and the first game, this game has no story whatsoever beeping ever. Nada. None. Zero. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to see. There's no story. I don't even know how these people are fighting or characters. Are the amiibos fighting? Are trophies fighting? Are toys fighting? Are character models fighting? I don't know how they're fighting in this game. I just don't know. Although I'd imagine that they're amiibos, so That's something, I guess. Since there's no story, I'm gonna make up my own story for the game. Ha 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 ha! Good morning, Crazy Hand. Good morning. Now, do you think that we should get some amiibos to do some fighting for us? A 4th Smash tournament? That sounds amazing. Cool, Crazy Hand. Let's go find an amiibo right now. Okay. Hello, Yoshi. Hello, please get off me. I don't like being like this. I'll hold him, Crazy Hand. So, Yoshi, you're gonna start our new tournament. Yay! That'll be exciting. Or it will be. Now, we just gotta find another 50 or so characters and then we'll be good. The end. The story of Super Smash Bros. To Nintendo Wii U is non-existent. So that's nice. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the gameplay now. I'm gonna take all these gloves. These gloves are way too small for me nowadays. That's kind of sad because they do actually look kind of cool. But anyway, on to the gameplay. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U plays exactly the same as Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. So I don't need to say a single beeping thing. And we all know how to play Smash, so I'm not going to explain how the game plays. So yeah, that's it, guys. Anyway, on the first part of the menu, you've got Smash Online, Smash Tour, Games and More, 3DS, Electronic Manual, and Challenges. Now in Smash, you can either play regular Smash Bros. Smash, as it's always been. You can play the brand new 8-player Smash, which is just chaotic. You can change the rules, you can change the controls, and you can even play in Special Smash, which is exactly the same as it is in Brawl, and it has returned. Thank God! Hallelujah! 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 Okay, you can equip more things to your body, but that's it. It's the same thing as in Brawl, and it was such a hilarious mode in Brawl, and I'm happy that it's back just the way it used to be. The end. Then there's Games and More, where you go into solo mode, group mode, custom mode, stage builder mode, options mode, amiibo mode, and the vault. Now, in solo, you can play through classic, which I'll get into a little bit, special orders, which I'll get into a little bit, events, which I'll get into in a little bit, all-star, which I'll get into in a little bit, stadium, which I'll get into in a little bit, and training, which is just classic old Smash training. Exactly the same as it was in the past. So that's something. Group, you've got everything except for the training mode and the special orders. In custom mode, you can customize your characters and Miis, which was in the 3DS version. There's Stage Builder, which has returned from Brawl, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Or in a bit. And then there's options where you can configure the controls, the sound, the Wi-Fi options, and your custom music. And I'm going to get to Amiibo later, and in the vault, you can check out your trophies, you can buy trophies, even though there's only 8 available at the time, if you're lucky, and these trophies can sometimes be really expensive, but they're sometimes on special offer and all that beep, and that's nice, but you can't buy anything else, which really sucks. You can't buy more money, which kind of sucks. You can look at your replays and snapshots, which you take during the main game. You can watch a whole bunch of movies, such as all of this game's trailers and the endings and all that stuff. There's sound tests, so you can just listen to the sounds in the game. There's records, which shows off your records. Tips, which is just your tips. And masterpieces, which has returned from Brawl, where you can play a whole bunch of retro Nintendo games and in some cases non-Nintendo games and enjoy them. And it's the same as in Brawl, except that you get much longer times than you did in Brawl. And I mean much longer. That is just so nice. 2 minutes minimum. Unlike Brawl's puny 30 seconds minimum. Puny Brawl. But just like Brawl, these are time segments of old retro Nintendo games. So I'm not really going to say anything else about them. They're just their own games, which I'm not going to give my opinions on in this video. And yeah. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm going to move on into the main single player events in more detail. Versus classic mode, which has changed again. As usual, you pick whatever character you want, but not how many lives you have. You always have 2 at the beginning of every single level. Once you've selected your favourite or least favourite character, or just any random character, you can pick your own difficulty. You can have level 0 all the way up to level 9. Whoa! And there's 10 versions of each difficulty. So that's cool, I guess. There are so many difficulties into this game. I'm not even going to calculate how many there are. There's probably 100. An uneducated guess, which is probably correct, but oh well. Whether you want to pick level 0 with this poor lonely ghost, seriously, why is he so sad? What happened to him? Oh my god, what the beep is this scary monster? Help! I'm scared! Please, help me, someone, please save me, someone, please! Jesus, save me! Wait a minute! Wait a beeping minute!
Are you Jesus, guys? Are you sure about that? I don't think you are. Just go and have a long, hard look in the mirror and actually won't say Jesus!
Anyway, after picking your difficulty, you'll be put into the battlefield. And you can fight anyone you like. You can go wherever you want. You can choose wherever you want to fight. In any order you like, even though some people will die when you don't fight them. But anyway, once you're ready, you can fight some opponents. And of course, there's a wheel where you can get some bonuses and all that beat. And then you can fight. Good old Smash style. Which is, of course, fun. Fighting is fun in this game. It's so much fun. But I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about classic mode. So I should probably shut up and all that. Once you win a fight, you will gain the trophies of the characters you killed, and you might be allowed to pick some of them to become teammates in your next fight. So yeah, that's something I had to mention. And there are even times where a giant or a metal character will interrupt the fight, but that's not super likely, but it might happen. Although there is one issue which I have with the classic mode, which also appears in the 3DS version. There are only 7, count them, 7 stages with no extra bonus stages in between. What the beep is this beep, guys? And there's, of course, the exclusive Master Fortress if you're playing the game on the higher difficulties. So that's something, but I've never actually played this mode, and I don't know if I will in the future, but I've never tried out Master Fortress, but from what I've heard, it's like, it's a subspace adversary brawls, so that's interesting, I guess. Oh, and it's still hilarious going through the slot machine too quickly where the announcer can't say all of the characters' names. All-Star mode is the same as it is in the 3DS, only there's one difference. Now, instead of playing the levels in chronological order, and you still only have 3 difficulty selections in this game, you have to fight everyone in reverse chronological order, or as I like to call it, non-chronological order. Yeah, I know it's a dumb name, but shut up. Events are back, insert PVG singing Hallelujah, and basically they're the same as they are in Brawl, except that if you do a certain task in the missions, which are given to you at the beginning, you will get a bonus reward. Now, these missions can contain, you know, beating the mission with no health lost, beating the mission in a certain time, beating it on hard mode, beating it at a certain time on a certain difficulty, all that stuff. And they definitely add a nice challenge to some of these missions, which is nice, I will admit that much. And while some of these missions are pretty easy, in fact, some of these secondary missions are pretty easy, there are still some that are pretty annoying and difficult. For example, one of the first missions you play is this Sonic mission, where the game basically plays in super fast mode, and basically you have to kill these 3 characters within 25 seconds on hard mode. And trust me, it's easier said than done. I spent quite a while trying to beat this mission. And I mean quite a while. Surely I eventually did it, but trust me, it took me a while on my first time trying it. I also hate this Kirby mission, where the secondary mission objective is to beat it on hard. And basically you have to heal Kirby from 140 to 0 using nothing except minor health upgrades, food stuff. You don't want to touch the lava if your health is above 100, because you'll automatically die, and the King DDDs are not going to help you either, and you have a limited amount of time, and this mission is really annoying as well. I'll say that, but of course there are some easy missions, but there are other hard missions such as Wrecking Mario and True Final Battle. Those missions are just so annoying. And just like in Brawl, there are exclusive multiplayer missions, which is really nice. But some of these missions are really hard if there's only one of you. And while some of them can easily be done with one of you, others cannot. And trust me, that is quite annoying for someone who usually has no one else to play with. Me. And if you win these missions, you get money prizes, upgrades, and master passes. So that's something. Maybe it's just like crazy passes, because after all they're for crazy orders, which is ran by Crazy Ham, but whatever, he's just crazy. As for the stadium events, there's Target Blast, which is exactly the same as it is in the 3DS version, except that you've now got 3 stages. Multi-Man Smash is exactly the same as it was in the 3DS version, with the added Rival Smash and the removal of the 15-minute Smash, and the Unfair Cruel Smash, and Home Run Contest the same as it is in Brawl and the 3DS version, so I don't really need to say anything about them, and I don't need to say anything about training, so ha! Now I'm going to talk about the special orders. First off, there's the Master Orders. Now in Master Orders, you pick a character, anyone will do, and then you have 3 missions. You can pick whichever one you want. Some will have some special things added to them to make them harder, but that is not always. And there are different difficulties, and there's always 3 to choose from, and you'll have to pay coins to play these. And yeah, basically you just fight through these missions in order to win coins, trophies, and music, and other rewards. You actually don't win trophies, but whatever. Crazy orders are a bit different. To enter, you either have to pay 5,000 golds, or use a pass which you can unlock in some of the events, or by winning some certain tasks in Master Orders. Basically, you pick a character, and once you pick that character, you will have 3 missions. Their difficulty is just random, and you pick a challenge. You'll either win some upgrades, some coins, or some music, just like in Master Orders, but you only have 10 minutes to do all of this beep. And that's not it. If you die, you will lose a few of the the bonuses you got in some of these missions, so you don't want to die. And the further you get, and the more missions you do, the more rewards you'll get at the very end. Just don't die. And you can fight Crazy Ham whenever you want. You can either fight him really early or really late if you want. So that is quite cool, and I definitely do enjoy this mode. Now, if it was only easier to get those stupid, you know, passes. Also in Crazy Orders, once you finish a fight, you get some of your health restored. How much depends on how much health you end the battle with. If you end it off only losing a tiny bit of damage, you're barely going to get anything refilled. Yet if you lose a lot of health, you're going to get some refilled. So that's something. Now I'm going to talk about Amiibo in this game. Basically, you've got your gamepad, and there's this little thing right here. And basically, you put your Amiibos on it. So you get your Amiibo, you put them on there, you write them on, and then they appear in the game. And learning something new every day. But anyway, you can upgrade, you can add abilities to this Amiibo, as in a ton of them. You can do whatever the beep you want with them. You can assign some special moves to these characters. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. But you still get these special abilities randomly, unfortunately. And you can only adjust your B attacks and not your smash attacks, and your final smashes. That is just so unfair. That is something I want to see in Super Smash Bros. 5. Oh wait, Sakurai's not going to make Smash 5. Oh. But anyway, once you've done all of your Amiibo tweaking, you've got to write them back onto your gamepad, and then after you do that, they are stored into the game and into the little figure. So yeah. And one annoying thing about Amiibos is that even when you're at level 50 with them and you don't do any upgrades, you still need to write them back onto the game, and that is quite annoying. You know, it's just tedious, to say the least, but it's not the worst thing in the world, I can tell you that much. And of course you get them to fight. Surely they're more of an AI opponent, but it's still cool nevertheless. So basically, you put your Amiibo onto the thingy, and then they ride to this game. You can give them a custom name, and basically you level them up by fighting with them. And yeah, then you take them into battle. Go wherever the beep you want. Do whatever the beep you want. Pick a level. Fight with your Amiibo. And if your Amiibo's on level 50, they're probably going to kick you and level 9 opponents' bums. Because, trust me, they are really tough, those Amiibos. They are really tough when they're fully leveled up. Man, they're tough. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the fighting now, since I might as well, since I'm in a fight. The fighting in this game is just like the 3DS version, and it is so good. I mean, it's faster than Brawl, which is a good thing. It doesn't feel as floaty as Brawl, which is a good thing, but it feels nowhere near as fast and as heavy as Melee, and that's definitely a good thing. So the fighting in this game is practically perfect. The controls work perfectly, they're responsive, they work well, and overall, the fighting is just incredible. Everything is perfect and correct for these fighting things. It's just so much fun in these levels. Fighting with the amazing fighting skills. This game's just so much fun. Now I'm going to talk about the items. Now the item frequency returns for some people who are interested, but the items appeared frequently enough for me in the 3DS version, so that's something. But I like a lot of items in my Smash Bros. Anyway, there are a ton of new items in this game, and I mean a ton, and some of them are a lot of fun, such as a special flag, which gives you an extra life after you use it, but you're extremely vulnerable, so it's risky. And there's also cuckoos, which aren't as amazing, but it's still nice to see them. And then there's the Hokotate bomb, which is basically a rocket, and it's a really cool rocket. If someone gets into it while it flies up, it's just fatal, and it just does a huge explosion when it comes down, which is amazing, but I'm not going to show it off because I'm mean. But there is one item I do not like. And surprisingly enough, no, it's not the blue shell. Oh, I'm sorry, spiny shell. But nobody calls it that. Everyone calls it the blue shell. It's not that harmful in this game. And while it's powerful, it's easy to dodge. The item I hate the most in this game is this one. The beeping beetle. This item is so OP. But it's not like stupid dragoon parts and even the daybreak parts, which is the new weapon. You have to build it up. Oh no. This needs no building up whatsoever beeping ever. Basically, this is how the stupid beetle works. The stupid beetle. Basically, you pick it up, you throw it at someone, and then it takes them away. Now, luckily, you can, wiggle buttons to escape from it, but it's just so annoying. Now, there's a Galaxian in this game as well, which does a similar thing. Flies the character off screen, but the Galaxian is much fairer for a whole bunch of reasons. I mean, with the boss Gallagher, you can throw it, and it will go down on your enemy, but it will take a lot longer to do what it's supposed to do, and you can even break it, which is definitely a good thing, unlike that stupid beetle, which is a broken version of the boss Gallagher, and it's just annoying. And there are some other OP items added to replace the fans, such as the gust blower. Now, if you ever wanted to blow someone off the stage and make sure that they never came back, kind of like, ledge hogging, well, this blower will do just that. Your opponents will never return when you've got this item in hand. It's quite powerful. Some of these new items are just so OP. Since this game's supposed to be more balanced than Brawl, that is a bit sad, I will say that much. There's also a beehive of bees where you throw bees, which are kind of annoying, but they're not powerful. And I already made a joke about these stupid bees in the 3DS, in my review of the 3DS version, so I'm not making any jokes on them here.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
The stages in this game are really good, just like in the 3DS version. There are a bunch of retro stages in this game, but they usually don't represent their characters, with the exception of the F-Zero level and the Flat Zone X Game & Watch level, which is also in the 3DS version, and Brawl. But anyway, there are a grand total of 46 stages in this game. That's a lot. Not much more than Brawl, but that's still a lot. And there are just so many levels, and there are so many cool levels. This game is just a lot of fun in all of these levels. Surely some levels are better than others, and there are some retro stages which I don't like. Looking at you, Temple. But the Temple is pretty good for 8-player Smash, even if it's not a good stage in general. But that brings me a question on 8-player Smash. Why wasn't Newport City in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U? Now, this stage does suck. It's probably my least favourite stage in Brawl, along with the Temple, but this level would have been perfect for 8-player. I mean, it's so beeping big, and it's still smaller than that stupid Temple. I may hate this level, but it would have fit very well with 8-player Smash, and I just don't get why they didn't include it, considering how big it is, and considering that 8-player Smash is now a thing. This just makes no sense. What's so beeping ever? And on the topic of 8-player Smash, the thing that I hate most about 8-player Smash is that there are only a limited amount of stages. Now this is really annoying, and I mean so annoying. Why? Just why? Now, I know it's because some stages are too small, but that raises a question. Why not make them bigger? It's such a simple solution. Why not make them bigger? And some stages clearly look big enough, but yet some stages which are clearly smaller are actually playable in this. or roughly around the same size. Why? And you can't even play all of the, you know, Final Destination versions of every level. And that is stupid. All of the Final Destination stages should be the same size and all compatible with 8-player Smash. But nope, they're all inconsistent. This is so annoying. And guess what? Regular Final Destination, that's not playable in either. Now, I'm not a Final Destination lover like most people, but this is still really dumb. The main reason why I don't play 8-player Smash regularly is because of the limited stages. This is so dumb. Why? And here's something that's extremely stupid. Here's the Great Cave Offensive. The stage is massive. What happens if you put it on a Mega Mode / Final Destination mode? You can't play it, it's way too small. Let me say that again. The Great Cave Offensive, which is one of the biggest stages in the whole game, has a Final Destination mode, which is way too small to play stupid breathing 8-player Smash. But other than that, 8-player Smash is amazing. It's so fun, so chaotic, and it's just amazing. Now, surely there is the stage problem I just commented on, and trust me, that is so stupid. Every stage should be playable in 8-player mode, and some stages are much bigger than some, or the same size as the one as some that are 8-player Smash, yet they're not compatible and playable in 8-player Smash. That is dumb, but it's still a very, very fun mode, and it's a very welcoming addition, which brought my hopes up for the Wii U version again after I had a little bit of skepticism after the 3DS version released. So, it's nice to see that it's good, but the limited stages does kind of kill it for me. Do I have to talk about Smash Tour? Okay, I will. Anyway, you have 3 boards in Smash Tour, small, medium, and large. And once you pick the size of your board, you have to choose the amount of turns you want. And once you've done that, and you'll probably want 15 because this mode sucks, you can start the game. And then you gotta choose a Mii. Self-explanatory. And once you're ready, you and a bunch of other Miis can go into an epic fight to see who is the champion. But basically how it works is that you're on this board, and you've got to pick up power-ups, and you've got to pick up characters, and all that stuff. A lot of stuff can happen in this place, you know. I will mention that if you bump into someone, you will enter a battle. And there are loads of different types of battles, and I'm not going to name all of them because I'm kind of mean. And sometimes an opponent can pick a target to make them kind of beat. Unfortunately, they mostly pick me, but that's beside the point. Anyway, the AI in these matches are just relentless. They do not take these fairly. They are really tough. And I mean it, they are quite difficult. And I usually don't win these, because the AI is quite tough. Definitely tougher than most level 9s are, that's for sure. I will mention that once you finish all of the turns, you and your opponents will go into one big final battle with all of the fighters you picked up along the way, and then you fight each other, and then the AI decides, you know what, we've been too tough on you this entire time. We're gonna play fairly on you, so you can win, and then you'll win. Seriously, this is so weird. Why are the AI so much easier in the final fight than they are in the halfway fights? This just makes no sense whatsoever! The only reason you should play Smash Tour is to unlock the Pac-Man stage and a bunch of other stuff. That's it. There's no other reason to play through Smash Tour multiple times, which you have to if you want to beat this game 100%. That's just so annoying because Smash Tour sucks. But now there's something more important. How's the online mode? Once you get to the online bit, which doesn't take that long, you've got a few modes, even though I didn't bother with Conquest and Spectate or with friends, I just picked with everyone. And you have for fun and for glory. And we all know what these are, probably. fun is regular Smash, and for glory is Final Destination versions of stages, no items, have fun. And once you pick a mode, you can either have Smash, Team Smash, or for glory you can even have one-on-one, but not for fun. And once you pick your mode, you do have to wait a bit to get to a character selection screen, but once that's done, you can pick a character. Still waiting. Anyway, well, you can pick a character, you can pick your favorite character or your least favorite characters, and then once you've done that, you can enter the battle. And then you gotta wait a bit longer, and then you can play through the stage that you're gonna play through, which is actually quite fun, and you don't have to stay here for that long unless people fail to join your battle or select characters. It can sometimes last a really short time, other times it's longer, but nowhere near Brawl levels of waiting time. And then the fighting's actually pretty good. I mean, there's not that much lag. Now, you will sometimes experience lag, but you will actually have lagless fights sometimes, which is actually really nice. And yeah, and while I did have an absolute dreadful lag fest once, that only happened to me once, and every other fight worked pretty well, if not perfectly. I'm happy to say that the Wi-Fi has improved a lot since Brawl and the 3DS version. I can actually say it, the Wi-Fi in this game is actually good. I actually said that. The Wi-Fi is good. And by the way, my, Nintendo Network name is Super Squawk, so if you ever see Super Squawk in one of the fights that you might play online, it will probably be me, so that's something, I guess. But anyway, that's enough of online. It's pretty good, miraculously, and I'm happy to say it. The end. Just hope that you don't get a huge lag fest fight like I once did, but unless that happens, the Wi-Fi is mostly perfect, if not very good. And then there's Stage Builder, which has improved from Brawl, but it's still quite limited. Anyway, you can make a stage and click on Create, and you can make it as big as you want, and you can pick a grand total of 5 backgrounds, which at the very least is more than Brawl, and you can pick any song from the game, and yeah, this is where I'm going to rip off guys such as Categories now. Man, I have so many songs to choose from. Which one shall I pick? I know which one I should pick. Gourmet Race. Perfect. Now I've just got to pick a background because I don't like this background. Volcano. Perfect. That's amazing. And of course I want a big stage. Who wouldn't want a big stage? Let me draw a stage right now. I'm not going to draw a bum, but I will draw something. So, look forward to that. I'm going to zoom out. I'm zooming out. Whoa, look at that lava. It looks quite nice, actually. That's a pretty nice volcano. I like that volcano. I can choose a terrain. I can rub things out. I can add these things. But I'm obviously going to pick a ground. But which ground? I got no lava ground. I know what ground I should pick. I should pick thick lava ground because, you do everything with the gamepad. You draw with the gamepad. You can scribble. It's fun. You can undo things. It's interesting. Anyway, I'm going to use my handy dandy gamepad to draw something. Let's see. I'm going to draw a path since I have to. I mean, if I try and save without one, I can't leave and I can't put lava on its own, so I'm just going to draw a straight line, and I'm going to make it bigger as I can. Aha, that looks like a nice stage. I like this. This looks nice. Real nice, actually. Now I've just got to add all the lava. Yeah! Wait, I've reached the weight limit? Oh, beep. Anyway, I guess I'll do. That's my stage. Hope you like it. Now I'm going to give it an incredibly stupid name, like people such as Categories. What shall I call this stage? Let me think of a stage, and all of the stuff is on my gamepad, so that'll be unfortunate for you. Perfect, that's an amazing name. That's my official name. This is amazing. Now, do I want to change my song? Why are you asking me if I want to change my song? Of course I don't want to change my song. Even though I'm changing it from theme from Venom. No, I'm not doing that. I'm obviously picking Star Wars theme Sector Z. That's a lot better. I'm gonna save. Oh my god, do I want to keep working on the stage? No. There we go. Now you can see my amazing stage in action. Here I go. What was with that stupid lag game? What was that lag for? Can you tell me? Oh well, here we are in Lethal Lava Land. Oh, I mean, look, you know, whatever. This is my new stage. It's got so many lavas. There's Charizards. There's so much stuff. How could you not love this stage? There's fire everywhere. Playing as Charizard. Of course it's going to be a beep ton of fire. This is cool, guys. If you don't think it's cool, then I don't think you're cool. Yay, I hope you like my stage. And if you don't, I don't like you. The end. Just look at that volcano. I'm not going to talk about Trophy Rush because I did that in my review on the 3DS version. Well, at least I'm pretty sure I did. And basically, you could look at a whole bunch of, you know, trophies. There are quite a few of them. You could look at them by series, by order obtained, and by category if you want. And some of these, you know, descriptions are actually kind of comedic. They definitely tried something comedic for these. I mean, just look at this. You could tell they had fun making these descriptions. Now I'm gonna have a bit of fun with some of these trophies. Coming soon as a playable character in 2015, like sometime in spring. Mewtwo, playable character in Melee, discovered at this random time, which I'm not gonna read because I'm mean. It's Mewtwo, available in this game in spring 2015, and that face ruins him. Just look at him. He looks so awesome here. He looks dumb. How could you do this? Oh my god! Look at how dumb Rayman looks. Look at him. He looks so dumb. Why is he making that face? I don't like this face over here. At all, I don't like it. Those eyes, they're too close together. They're creepy, mixed with that face. I'm scared. This is dumb. Why? Why would you do this to me, mashed potato samurai? Why? And I still don't get the related games section. Instead of like picking the first two games they're in, or the first game and the last game they're in, or the last two games they're in, of course, unless they're only in one game, they still pick some really random games for some characters. I mean, Bowser! Were you only in these two games? Were these the two best games they could come up with? I guess so. I'm not going to talk about the fighting. All you need to know is that it's incredible. It's slightly better than Brawls, and it's just fantastic, and I love the fighting. I mean, the game controls perfectly, and it's just so good. The graphics are so good. I mean, you're looking at them. They look so nice. Look at how nice they're looking. They look nice. The frame rate is solid, even if you're playing online. And while there's no 8-player online Smash, that probably would have been a huge lag fest, so I can see why that doesn't exist. And even with these 8 Rosalinas, with Lumas, and all of these power-ups, the game still isn't lagging a lot, even though I am noticing a bit of lag. Man, this game looks amazing. It usually doesn't lag. This game looks great! And I don't think the frame rate would be any worse if the Ice Climbers were here. This game looks great! That's all I'm saying, it looks great, the end! The music in this game is a mixed bag. Now, considering this game has over 500 songs, it's to be expected. But I'm going to talk about the soundtrack anyway. This game does have some great songs. I mean, it's Nintendo. They make some really good songs when they want to. Some of the older songs in this game are just great. But the songs that I don't like are, you know, the new medleys and remixes exclusive to this game. And of course some of the old themes, but that's because they sucked in the first place. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are terrible, I'm just not a huge fan of them. That's all I'm saying. The best songs in this game were either in previous games, that includes previous Nintendo games and previous Smash games, as well as, you know, songs from the 3DS version and songs from the trailer. All of the exclusive songs in this game that weren't in the 3DS version or in any other Smash game or any other Nintendo game, they're not amazing. And I don't get the naming for some of the songs. First, I'm going to go completely off topic before I talk about, you know, the misnaming of songs. Anyway, this game brings back the custom song customization custom stuff from Brawl. And while it's nice to see and the songs aren't completely random, it's still quite annoying. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to listen to Ashley's song in Jobinage because it's way better than the English version, and I ended up with stupid WarioWare or Dragon Battle AR games. And there are other stages where this was a problem as well. I'd also like to know why they renamed Flat Zone 2 Flat Zone X. They're the exact same level. There was no reason to call it Flat Zone X. But that's complaining about a stage name rather than song names. But anyway, I'm going to complain about song names now. Let's go to the battlefield. I mean, you see this. Boss Battle Melee. I don't think Melee had any boss battles except for Master Hand and Giga Bowser, so maybe it's one of those things. Sakurai, I don't know if you're aware, but this song was from Big Bang Blue, you silly little... Next up is Boss Battle Song 2 Brawl. I'm gonna take a little listen to it. Taboo's theme. It's Taboo's theme. Guys, this is Taboo's theme. Why is it called Boss Battle Song 2? Why not call it Taboo's theme? That's the most... I'd also like to mention that, you know, Sakurai and his teams were a bit, you know, secretive for retro songs. Now, I'm not talking about songs from retro games, because even if they're remixes, they'll say, oh, this is from a retro game. I'm talking about songs that were in the other Smash games, excluding the boss themes and battlefield themes and all those types of songs. But the songs that are in the main levels, Sakurai is kind of, you know, and his team, scared to admit that they're from a previous Smash game. Well, except for Congo Jungle 64, he's clearly confident enough to say that that's retro, but, you know, he still doesn't admit it to anything else, unlike in, you know, Brawl. The sound effects are practically the same as they are in Brawl, and the voice acting is mostly the same, but there are a few characters with new voices compared to Brawl. I'm looking at you, Sonic and Fox! And by the way, it's for the worst. And I would make a joke about Sonic's Sonic Speed thing and Super Style thing, and, you know, make a Gangnam Style parody out of it, but I already did that in my Sonic the Hedgehog review using the 3DS version of this game, so shut the bleep up! Also, whatever you do, when you play online, don't disconnect yourself halfway through a match, because if you do, you'll have to wait for a bit until you can play another match. But at the very least, you don't have to wait 137 years, unlike the 3DS version. Are there any things wrong with this game? Well, I do have a couple of complaints. This is a minor one, but in the trophy shop, I hate that they sometimes show trophies that you've already unlocked. That is just so dumb. Why would you do that? While, yes, it does tell you if you've unlocked them or not, and it does tell you when they're on special offer, and it's nice when they're on special offer, but it's just completely pointless. Why show these and have these on sale? Maybe it makes it realistic, but I don't want realism in a Smash game, I want fun! And here's something really annoying. You see the poison rush from here. Yep, it's right there. And this is why I hate this game's related game description. Now, it says Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Nintendo. Now, I know that's referring to the Lost Levels, but instead of putting Super Mario All-Stars as its release date, it puts the release date from the Western Super Mario Bros. 2. This is European release. That is a huge beeping mistake, guys. That is just such a big mistake. Surely it's only for one trophy. Maybe there's more, but I haven't logged them all, so I don't know. But this is just not good. Now it's time for a couple more song complaints. Now in the Duck Hunt stage, there's a song known as the Famicom Medley. So you would expect some beautiful Famicom music. But, except for the Famicom Zelda intro, they pick songs which are practically exactly the same as they were in the NES version. So they practically could have changed that Famicom Zelda opening to the NES Zelda opening and then called it NES Medley. That would have been so simple, but they didn't do that. And also, there is still no Pac-Man Rally theme song in this game. Well, maybe there is and I haven't unlocked it. If that's the case, then please tell me. I don't mean it, please tell me, but it's not available from the get-go. And now I'm just going to be a dead horse with a few more of these complaints. Classic mode is way too short, with no bonuses in between. All-Star is pretty easy, even on the highest difficulty, and there aren't enough difficulties. There are a few certain events which I absolutely hate. And yeah, I hope you like listening to me being a dead horse. I still hate the fact that trophies that you've already unlocked can appear in the shops, which is annoying, and I've already explained Trophy Rush, and it's just an okay mode. If you're Donkey Kong, you can just ruin it with his down B, but whatever. And here is a very, very, very picky complaint I have with this game, and that's with the customizations. Now, whenever you pick a character and choose a customization, you can only pick from the ones you've actually made. You can't actually make more in the character selection, unlike the 3DS version. Now, that was one thing that the 3DS version got right. You could make customizable character options on the main character select for any mode that let you use customizations. Why did they remove this? This did not need removing. I know it's minor, and I rarely ever use the customizations anymore, especially in this version, but that's not the point. The point is that you can't make your own customizations like you could in the 3DS version from any character selections. Great. And you can't even have a nice menu for them, unlike in the 3DS version. This is just dumb. I know it's just a nitpick, but it's still there. And while they did sacrifice the fan, like I mentioned before, they did add some new OP items. And while some of them are kind of funny, others are a bit annoying. And the item frequency switches back, which some people like, but the items appeared just as frequently as I wanted in the 3DS version, so I'm not really going to comment on that too much. This game did bring back the coin battles from Brawl, which was nice, and also the stamina fights, but I rarely ever played them in Brawl, so it's not a huge deal that they're back, but still nice that this game has more content than the lacking 3DS version. And the less said about Smash Tour, the better. I mean, why did they have to replace Smash Run with Smash Tour? Smash Tour sucks. Smash Run was awesome, even though I wasn't that kind to it in my 3DS review. But compared to Smash Tour, it's the beeping main Wii U game. This mode is just so lame, while Smash Tour was so much fun. Why would you do this to me? Hal, Sora, Nintendo, and Mashed Potato Samurai. Mashiro Sakurai. And as for the new clones, they are just exactly the same as their normal counterpart. Just like in Melee. This is lazy. This is not good, guys. This is not good at all. One thing that made Brawl good was that all of the new clones were different enough from their main characters, or their original characters, to be good enough on their own merit. Now, surely, they were still clones, and they still shared the same Final Smash, but they were still different enough be fun and worthy of playing as. Yet, in this new installment, they're the exact same character. And Dark Pit is an interesting topic. I mean, Dr. Mario was in Melee and he wasn't in Brawl when he's returned here. But Dark Pit is an interesting topic because he does not steal Pit's Final Smash. Oh no. Instead, he's still beeping Zelda and Sheik's Final Smash. What the beep is this? Sakurai, why did you make him, instead of stealing his Final Smash from his original counterpart, he stole someone else's Final Smash. This is just dumb. But other than all of those things, this game is awesome! I mean, the game has a lot more content than its 3DS counterpart, possibly just as much, if not more than Brawl. The graphics are amazing. I mean, just look at them, they're just so good. The music may be mixed, but when songs are good, they can be really good. And the controls are perfect, no matter what of the 1,000 controls you can play this game with you use. And this game is just so much fun. Surely there are some things wrong with this game, such as some songs being named incorrectly, and that poison mushroom trophy shenanigan, and the fact that you can't reset missions in the mission mode, yet you can't reset everything else that can be resetted in Brawl. But those few things can be fixed with a beeping update. Surely there are more major flaws which might not be able to be fixed with an update, but seriously, this game needs another update. Desperately. There are some small things which could easily be updated with, but will they do it? I don't know, but this game is just so much fun. Great graphics, great music when it wants to be great, great controls, a better but still not perfect stage editor, a lot of content, and a lot of good characters, and you've got yourself a really good game, one of the best games of this year, maybe even the best, because I rarely ever play modern games, but that's beside the point. Overall, what do I think of Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U? Oh wait, I'm sorry, it says Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, stupid me! It even says so on the box. But anyway, this game is amazing. Seriously, did this game meet up to my 12-year-old's unrealistic expectations? I don't know about that. I don't even remember how high they were, but did they match up with my expectations I had a month ago? Beep, yes they did. This game is just so much fun. The fighting is just so amazing. They basically took Brawl's fighting and made it a little bit better by removing tripping and making it you a bit heavier, which did actually work a bit. I didn't really notice it that much, but whatever. Which is saying something considering I spent so many hours on Brawl. But anyway, this game has amazing graphics, amazing music, sometimes, quite a bit at the time. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's meh, sometimes it's bad, but that's, you should expect that for a game with over 500 songs of it. The controls are great, no matter what controller you're using. I've only ever really used the gamepad and Wii remote on its own, but they work really well. The online is actually good, surprisingly. I once experienced a super lag fest, and I mean a super duper pooper scooper lag fest, but that was only once. And other than that lag fest, the Wi-Fi wasn't really that laggy, and it's still better than it is in the 3DS version. And while there's no 8-player online, that would probably make the game lag so much. While there are some small things which I don't like, such as classic mode being way too short with no bonus games in between, and other things which I mentioned in the video, I'm not going to mention again, you can just watch the rest of the video. This game is still so much fun, and I'm going to give it an A+, or star, whatever. This game is just so much fun. Is it the best game ever? I don't know about all that. I mean, Mario 3D World is no longer my favourite game of all time, and I don't know what it is, but this game is still amazing. Definitely pick it up. It's worth the 40 quid it goes for in reasonable shops. And while you shouldn't pay £50 like Nintendo expects you to on the eShop, it's still worth that amount of money. And is it better than Brawl? I don't want to say, I really don't want to say. This game might be better than Brawl, but Brawl just holds back so many memories. But nostalgia shouldn't get in my way, but it kind of does. I just don't know what to say, guys. And that's it. I don't know which game to call better, but this game is still so much fun. I will definitely tell you that much. Definitely go pick it up if you haven't already, which you probably already have. But anyway, thanks for watching this incredibly long review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I know I missed out quite a few things, such as the fact that leaving the Wii U, a match for using the Wii U gamepad is just crazy. You need to hold LRA plus start. And it took me a while to find a comfortable way to do that, but I eventually found a way. And there's a bunch of other stuff I didn't mention, but seriously, this review's gone on for too long. Seriously, some people might be complaining about it. And as for my next review, all I can say is that it's going to be a Nintendo 64 licensed fighting game. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this is Big Pot signing out.